Here we are, back in Noita. I made the executive decision that I wanted to restart just because yesterday's run, I intended as more of an introduction to the mods that we've got going on, and it's a way of showing that, you know, if we do blitz ahead at full speed, we're still gonna die, and that the mods they're there, and they are very powerful, but they aren't run-defining by themselves. You know, it's not going to affect the game that much, and again, to reiterate that as we progress on, I will lower the intensity of those mods more and more and bring us back in line with the base game. Because I think for me, who only has X amount of time a day to play this, while I'm also recording, it's a pretty good way to learn the world of Noita, if not the muscle memory. You know, I can understand what's going on, where to go, you know, what things mean, etc., etc. And it could be a massive help, regardless of how much time I actually get to practice the physical Noita gameplay, you know? So I thought we would restart, and we're going to take this a little bit slowly today. We're going to try and clear the whole of the first floor if possible, including the collapsed mine. We'll start with the regular floor, and we'll work on through and see what we can dig up and uncover. In traditional Noita sense, we have been well, I suppose we'll see if we can speed that up a little bit. We've been given classic bomb wand, which I absolutely hate. The other thing to mention as well is schedule changes going forward. Well, basically on this channel, I don't want to dedicate too much time to this main channel. It got up to the point where I was almost spending as much time on this channel as I was on the main channel, and the main channel is doing the best it's ever done. I mean, so is this channel, right? But I feel like it's far more sensible, and I'm a bit more indebted to the main channel to put a lot more effort in there. And I want to take a lot of the time that I was spending here, obviously with Skyrim and Noita and some other random crappy videos that we do occasionally just for a laugh, like the Mr. Streamer Review series. Those I want to cut back on, maybe entirely, and focus that attention on the main channel. Because I've still got that Crusader Kings 3 series that is in limbo on the main channel, because I just straight up don't have time to do RimWorld and that simultaneously, particularly, oh, there's the Anvil. Particularly because RimWorld is an absolute time sink right now. We're talking like 8 hours plus a day on just that one video. So to also do 30 minutes of Noita, re-rendering, uploading, all the other crap that's kind of associated with that, and another series on this channel, and try and get CK3 done at the same time, it's completely unfeasible. Mainly because I'm just putting a lot more effort into the RimWorld episodes. Because, I mean, they do well, right? So put your effort where it counts. There's no point in me running, like, spending 40 minutes a day editing a Skyrim episode that took me 3 hours to record, another hour to upload. Ah, you fucker, I didn't even see you. Etc, etc. When I'm already spending 9 hours a day on RimWorld. And it gets to, I mean, what, like shit, like a 20th of the views these days, because RimWorld on the main channel has kind of exploded, more so than ever. Those videos are getting like 30, 40,000 views a day, which is pretty daunting, but again, it is where my, you know, I just got to focus on that a little bit more. And that's a sensible decision. What is in there, I wonder? I mean, we could blow the wall open and have a look. What is that? Okay, well, there's a, there's him. Whatever he is. So get ready to fight. It's a health upper, which I would really kind of like. Let's be very careful. Remember, this is slow, careful Noita these days. Ow. Except for that. Except for that. That wasn't slow, careful Noita. That was danger, danger, bad Noita. Ah, you fucker. Oh, why are these guys so fucking strong? I have no idea how to kill these guys, evidently. I'm going to let him kill me. Okay, I was going to let him kill me so that we could restart, because that's all right. I've already fucked it. They are just so powerful. I don't know how you're supposed to approach them. I almost feel like they're one of the enemies that is like, just straight up ignore them on the first floor. Just don't go near them unless you've got something particularly powerful. Because they're so unpredictable that it's not even like you can finesse it. Well, either way, we'll see how we do. We do have the heart containers mod, of course. It drops a heart container once in a blue moon, so we're very, very careful and try and farm those up a little bit. Well, there was one right there. Hey, now we're, well, still one hit off of dying, but another one. Wow, that was fortunate. But I think if I do anything else on this channel, like somebody messaged me earlier asking what the plan for this channel is, and the plan for this channel is there is no plan. Ultimately, it's a second channel where I play the games I want to play for fun. And I'm not committing to a schedule or anything like that just because I don't have the time of day. I don't have the time of day to do anything right now, let alone extra content on here again. Okay, let's be careful. Plus, right now, I'm managing the Patreon by myself again and everything. I'm doing everything by myself, so it's a lot of shit to do. And there's not really enough time in the day. Right now, we're also potentially considering moving house, which is definitely cutting into my schedule pretty significantly. We're in negotiations, basically, for a new contract on that. If we are staying here, we're probably going to get another housemate as well, too, because we've got an empty room in the basement that I'm literally using as nothing but furniture storage. So we're probably going to get someone to move in there. Just because, like, why the fuck am I paying all this extra rent for a for a room nobody uses? Did have, like, exercise equipment in there at one point, but again, given my whole lack of time thing, that proves to be very difficult to actually use. That guy's got a wand I'd really like. He's got a bloody triple cut bolt. That was fortunate. Bit of a gamble, but we'll see if we can take him out. I know you're down there. Ow, I think that could be worse than his regular bloody fireball attack, eh? Oh, he walked in the water and killed himself. Brilliant. Well, that works. Let's try this. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's an upgrade over what we had. Still not particularly confident about this run. But we'll keep things at a fairly slow pace. Maybe slightly slower pace. Maybe stop jumping in the fire after tying a little base of gold. We've already got plenty of gold. We don't need more gold. Greed is a very dangerous killer in the world of Noita'd. What is that down there? Let's worm something. Weird. We've got a light. We could go in the dark dungeon. It's also a shuffle one, so I'm not particularly interested. What is this? Oh, it's worm pheromone potion that all the spiders have walked into. I think we just annihilated that health pickup. Oh no, we did get it. That's okay. Now, I like I said, I want to clear this entire floor. And when I say clear it, I mean let's cover every corner. Because that's always a pretty good way to go through things. It's a bit of a waste of time if we then immediately down the next floor to some random bullshit. I played Nightmare Mode a little bit earlier. I really do like Nightmare Mode. I don't think it translates well to videos. Because you quite literally can just wander into a room with an enemy that coincidentally kills you. I had a guy who was enchanted with lightning. He was one of those frosty skulls you get on the 3rd floor. He was enchanted with lightning. When I shot it, all of the projectiles he fired out did lightning, and it, like, the entire screen was just filled with lightning bolts. And obviously I was instantly killed, but it's a visual spectacle. But I think for something like that, for a potentially multiple episode run, would be horrible if it was just ended by a ridiculous enemy like that. So let's stick to what we know and what's predictable, or somewhat more predictable anyway. Yeah, I think I'll prefer the triplicate bolt. Right, do you want to go in here? I haven't got any bombs. So, well, I mean, I would like to go in there, but slight problem in that in hindsight. You know, I'd really like some time just to play games for myself, you know. Imagine that. Playing a game for fun and not recording it. Imagine being able to do anything and not recording it. I bought myself a new guitar not so long ago that I've been saving up for ages, and it's just been basically sat in the stand unused. Because I just haven't had any chance to play it whatsoever. I know a lot of people are like people message me on this Patreon all the time. Why don't you just take a day off? The problem is with YouTube is you get notified on a daily basis how much money you've earned. And if I take a day off, that's like, for me, it's like, is the activity I'm going to do worth X amount of money to do? Because by not working, I get an immediate report at the end of the day, hey, you've lost money. Like, hey, your channel's down by, you know, I upload every single day, so down by a 7th. Because they're, well, I guess not down by a 7th, but assuming I would take one day off a month. Or one day off a week, sorry. It just wouldn't be, it's just, it's a hard thing to pass up when you've got that opportunity there to just like, hey, you can work whenever you want. Here's some money. I'm very much the mindset, which is probably a dangerous mindset to have. Like, I'm pretty young, you know. I'm in my late 20s. I think I can afford to work myself to death now and then not work so hard later. I think that's a fair mindset to have. It's also very bizarre. Like, the whole reason I'm like, going hard on YouTube and shit is just buy a house. Just buy a house. The thing my grandparents did at the very start of, like, their independent lives. Like, oh, we'll buy a house. Now life begins. For me, and I guess for my entire generation, right? It's just like, that's a life goal. That's the destination, which is very sad. But it's just that's kind of what we're at right now. So if I can burn myself to next to nothing while I'm, you know, still at the age where I can literally recover from that, that's fine. That's a good trade-off. You gotta look at it in video game terms, okay? You do the grind to get the rewards in the late game, and then you get bored of playing. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't sound as appealing. That's how it works in MMOs, right? Grind, 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 grind. Oh, there's nothing to do. Yeah, but in real life, there is stuff to do, so it's not really a fair metaphor, is it? Eee. Like I said, I was going to take a week off. Sorry, a day off a week. A while ago on a Patreon post. And people were like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I wanted to take it under the impression that, hey, it might be a bit more reinvigorating. It might make content better because I've had some time to reflect on it, etc., etc. And then when I actually took the day off, YouTube emailed me like, well, shit, the channel's down by, you know, a 7th this week. What are you doing? That's quite significant. So I was like, oh, well, shit, I won't do that again. The problem with YouTube as well is whenever you upload a video, after the first kind of 2 hours of that video being live, it will give you a screen basically saying like, hey, here's how your video did. And recently, and it's both a good thing and also horrifying, every single video I've uploaded of this Ohm series has done better than all of the subsequent videos. All of the previous videos, sorry, not subsequent. Which puts an inordinate amount of pressure on me. Because YouTube are like, yeah, you're doing well, keep it up. And the next day, they're like, yeah, you're still doing well, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep going, keep grinding. And then the second you don't do that, like for those of you who've never uploaded anything to YouTube, it's quite literally, you get like fireworks appearing in the YouTube studio. And if you get that every single day, it does put a huge amount of pressure on. But yeah, this series has been pretty ridiculous. So now it's like, oh shit, you know, I've got to really keep the momentum going, because that's all YouTube really cares about is momentum. Channels with high momentum get pushed more, right? I think I think we've pretty much cleared the floor. Is it safe to say at this point? We can get down here. Oh, we've been down there though. I feel like we've pretty much done it. Let's go this way a little bit then. Let's go to the collapse mines. We didn't really jump in there. But yeah, it's I just think do things early, get it done. You know, do the grind early. See where that takes you. It's like with anything, right? It's like it's way easier to, say, lose weight when you're younger. If you put it off and put it off and put it off, then it's way harder when you're older. So that's the plan. That's why I get very annoyed when people say, shouldn't you be asleep? I can sleep when I'm dead, you know? I can sleep when I'm an old person. And then you get, like, shit posts on Twitter. I hate Twitter, but it is mandatory to have a platform for that because customer service, marketing, everything is done via Twitter. Even though it's one of the smallest social media platforms, the brevity of it lends itself really well to marketing. And the ability to get many, many eyeballs on it in a very concise, simple way is obviously very appealing to companies. So I kind of have to have a Twitter, and I don't like Twitter as a platform. I've got an add-on for Chrome. I'm sure I've probably talked about this before as well. That removes trends, recommended, people you should follow, shit other people have liked. All I care about is the people I follow immediately and what they've got to say. And that's it. The greater Twitter sphere can fuck off because it's extremely toxic. But I saw a tweet the other day, which was put up by someone I follow, So I subsequently unfollowed them. And it was like, oh, this is a sign you have ingrained capitalism or some shit like that. And it's like, stuff like, you know, you work extremely hard at the detriment to your health. It's like, well, yeah, but there's no alternative. So what is the alternative here? I'll go to Magic Socialism Land. Is that actually a true route? Are you telling me we walked right under that? Wow. Somehow avoided the fire. I don't know if that stuff really helps when people kind of soapbox like that. Here's a sign you're doing things wrong with your life. Maybe just let people live their lives. People, I think, are smart enough to know when they shouldn't be doing a thing. Oh, maybe that's giving people too much credit. Okay, let's take Luminous Drill. Is it Teleport Bolt? I like Teleport Bolt. We're gonna get sweaty with it. Let's do that. I can't really do much with you yet. We could just do that. I mean, it does fire faster. You can't deny that much. Water, I suppose, could be good. What situation, though, would I use that? I'm not entirely sure. We got a lot of gold for rerolls. Ones cannot be tinkered with. I'm all right. Stainless armor is not bad, is it? I think that's kind of okay. I think I'll take stainless armor to the extent that I probably won't even reroll. We've just got to be a bit more... I meant to buy teleport bolts so we could teleport through there, go back and tinker whenever the hell we wanted. Got distracted talking about bloody stainless armor. We'll be very careful about how we approach stainless armor. We should be fine. Right. What in terms of health upgrades did we get on that last floor? Very little, right? The big thing was that treasure chest. We can dig for gold, obviously, in the soft coal veins, shit like that. I should also, sorry, just to go back to that previous tirade. As always, I recognize my immense fortune to be doing what I'm doing. Even though it is physically and mentally very tiring, there are people, I have been in one, in far worse jobs that are far more physically and mentally tiring without all of the benefits of that, including fame and fortune. Good one. Maybe it helps having that perspective. I'm not entirely sure. Because I know so many... I don't personally know so many YouTubers, but I know of a lot of YouTubers who, like, especially YouTube gaming, did it while they were in school. Struck gold with something like, you know, Minecraft Let's Play or whatever. And then the only job they've ever done is YouTube. And I think... I'm not saying people should be forced to do a job to learn the hardships of life, because that's obviously absurd. But... there are a lot of people with very bizarre perspectives on YouTube. And, you know, maybe it would fucking help. Take some... take some Minecraft Let's Player and stick him in a hard job. There's a load of weird jobs, actually. I was a gardener. That was, like, my first ever job. That was very bizarre. This was in also, like, a small town. There wasn't really a huge amount else to do, which is why I eventually left that town. Then I did 3 years, 4 years of computer science. How many years? I've lost track at this point at university. Never did it professionally. Well, not technically. That's a long story. Oh, I also worked in a shop. That's always the, you know, generic retail work is always a fun one. That gives you a real... That's really character building. You can tell the people who have never worked in a shop before because they're always the belligerent customers. Those are your Minecraft YouTubers. I'm not thinking of any particular YouTuber. I'm just using it as an example. Probably say like Fortnite YouTubers, huh? We are like actually physically stuck, and I'm not entirely sure how this has happened, and I don't know how to get out because the drill is clipping on the other side of these few. You see, the drill kind of spawns in front of the wand pretty significantly, not actually right next to the wand. What a horrible time. Right, there we go. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I'm sure it was very important. I've also only just woken up. Look at that fucking mess up there. What did you do, Noita'd Wizard? Can we dig through extremely dense rock with this luminous drill? It sure looks like it, fella. Okay, so if we can get something that will make that work, that could be quite good, eh? Sure, we could probably go down here. Why not? Be very careful that way we're digging again so we don't get bloody stuck. Or drown. That would be not very ideal. Just cover the entire side of the map over here to start off with and then go the other way. On Nightmare mode, for whatever reason, the fungal caverns are on the other side of this map. Threw me off completely. I was like, what is this Nightmare biome? Turns out it was just a plain old boring fungal caverns. We can get that right. Ah. Right, so what have you got for me? Spore pod. No thank you. I think it's very important to have perspective, though, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, just play games on the internet. And that's fine. I know there's a lot of YouTubers who are like, oh, I'm so burnt out with my playing video games all day. And again, if they are burnt out with that, more power to them to stop and move on. Simultaneously, it is only games on the internet. I know it's a pretty mean thing to say. And I understand people are obviously built very differently. Conversely, it's only video games on the internet, though, eh? You can always get another job. That's what I always think. If I hate it that much, I could always just go and get another job. I don't, for reference. And I mean, I'm not going to pretend it's as easy as just walking into a place and saying, "One job, please, sir." That's absurd. But there's always other avenues. Plenty of other avenues. Everybody's worked from home now anyway. I've got all the equipment, the gear. I just quit and go into music. Like, fuck it at this point. Just do what Filthy Frank did. He had the right idea. He went from, like, internet clown to full-on international musician. Tell I'm tired. That was a high-tier play. I know a lot of people are like, oh, bring Filthy Frank back. His music's terrible. That guy won YouTube. I think I've talked about this before as well. I think it was on T Review. But he like did it. He succeeded. You get on the platform, you get what you want from the platform, you get off the platform. That's a victory right there. People shouldn't be saying bring Filthy Frank back. They could be like, shit. How the hell did he do it? Ah, there's a lot of very dangerous things down there. Oh, I'm out of water. Well, that could be a problem. Be a bit more careful. Just like going nuts trying to get this gold. Gold is really not what we need right now. Big gold right there. I need like a channel manager. The problem is there's so little channel managers can do for YouTube. And even then, it's like, what am I going to do? Get an editor in? Well, I edit in a very particular way. I almost worry that the current Rumble series is a little over-edited. Lots of quick cuts, only keeping in what's relevant. Like, in old series especially, I would kind of talk about all these grand plans, and then, you know, they'd never come true, because it's RimWod. You can't, even though it's nice to have a plan, but you can't rely on that. Another one up there. I can't say, like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to build this base, we're going to research this and that and the other, and then, you know, your main character fucking dies, or your main researcher dies, and it puts you back. So, I've started, like, editing out planning and shit like that, because it's irrelevant. You can't really plan for that. Unless it's building a big fuck-off castle. That you can plan. I want a series where we just design and build buildings. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be good? Like a nice aesthetic series. I don't think anybody would watch it. Ooh, that's quite nice. It's kind of a bit more of a I've decided everything in this room can die now wand than the one we were using. Obviously not as good as the one we were using, for sure. 65 health. I like Triplicate Bolt. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. You know what I'd really like to do? Let's do an abridged series. That'd be fun. Are those dead? Are those over now? Is that the end of it? The only problem with it is I would be really happy to do that. But I would have no idea what the hell I'd abridge. And I feel like just doing it for the fun of it, doing it for the sake of it wouldn't really lend itself to a good... You have to really enjoy the source thing that you're opening on, I guess. That'd be quite fun. Then I'd have an excuse to do silly voices, not just in my Rimworld videos. Occasionally, maybe once an episode. Hello. Dynamite. Yes, thank you. Good dynamite, too. Flammable dynamite. So head this way a little bit. 63 health to the left. Enough gold to not have to worry about anything else in life. But we will take a little bit more. Sure. I feel like I've got, like, a lot of things I'm interested in, but nothing I'm, like, dedicated to. I was always envious of people who had, like, a particular hobby they were super into. Be that games or whatever else. It could never hold my attention for that long. Nothing really holds my attention for that long. Except for apparently fucking Skyrim. Fireball launcher is quite nice on that. I can't justify swapping out anything that we've got for that, though. Yeah, I don't like being here. I'm going to leave. What was this one? No, I don't like that one either. Do we want to get out? I didn't really find a good wand, but we might get lucky and get a wand. Yes. Okay, there we go. One's for sale here. I've always just been into a lot of things on, like, a rotation. I think I just get bored of one particular thing. What do we want to do with this, then? We need a non-shuffle wand with a higher capacity before we can consider doing a huge amount. Spells cast 3. Makes it difficult to rep, eh? Luminous drills. I'd love to make a proper drilling wand as opposed to what we've got right now. What could we do with that? We could buy this. Swap those. Put this on here. No, the recharge time on that wand is terrible. 1.47. What about that? How fast does it fire? Is that better or worse? One runs out of mana too fast. Oh, God, I hate all of these ones. I don't think we can still do anything particular with drilling quite yet. Let's cast 5. What if we just do, like, 5 triplicate bolts? The emergency fire wand. In fact, if we put that on there, and then swapped, and then went back. Caster light kicked in. Why? Maybe I did it too fast. I'm not entirely sure. I think that would be a micromanagement nightmare, and I kind of hate that too. Yeah, it's shuffle 1, spells cast 5. I'm going to throw this. I don't think there's anything I can do with you. You're just going to be a teleport bolt wand. And this time we're gonna teleport through. We're going to teleport through Holy Mountain. Is there anything else worth it here? Mana charge speed 230, spells cast 3. Don't like that. 0.5, 0.47. God, look at the caster on that one too. Sorry, the recharge time. Right. Tentacle Revenge. Stronger levitation fly, 100% longer. Small permanent shield. I don't like any of those. That I like. But we do already have the glowing area. I feel like I'm going to pay a bit of respect to the game. I'm going to take that even though we have the glowing everything. Plus it'll allow us to see potentially devastating areas of enemies. Like, for example, literally exactly where we are right now. If I was going to take anything, I would have probably taken the stronger levitation rather than this. Simply because... The reason I took this was because, you know, felt like I owed the game something. We've got the glowy everywhere mod, so... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still not bad. Gives us great vision and whatnot. Really could do with a higher damage one. That fucking thing. When I played Nightmare mode, I had that thing with lightning. So every single time it did this, every single time we hit it, every one of those exploded in a giant lightning... Well, cavalcade, for lack of a better word. Okay. Am I safe? There's a big old worm down there. Very large indeed. I'd rather keep vision on that, but... What have you got? You've got a wand. It's mine now. There's a health crystal there if you want it. Oh, there's gold. There's a blood wand? Go for vampirism? Was that chest? That must have been a chest that pops. Or the worm died, one or the other. Looks like the worm might have died, actually. I suppose we'll take it. Can't do much with it right now. Right, let's get back up. We could always go to the fungal caverns. So rarely go there. The anvil. Hey. We could throw away 2 crappy wands. I'd be alright with that. What would I swap? Ah, you fucker. We're still stunned. Please don't be stunned. Okay. Anvil. What can I swap with you, Anvil? I haven't really got another wand worth trading out, though, I'm afraid. You can have this one. And we've also got a potion that we can put on it, too. I don't know. Ah, you fucker. I don't know all the potion effects with the anvil. Will it be a mod I always play with? I think so. I think the anvil's kind of fun. I don't think it's massively overpowered. Just lets you reroll, essentially, an item once before, depending on other items you've had to explore and pick up. So, let's throw this down. Now we have Flummoxium. What do you think about that? Okay. It's got Blood Mist, Random Modifier spell. Heavy spread, heavy spread. Huh. Well, that's something, eh? So it applies it to the wand, but the wand maintains it to other stuff. So it basically just gave it the random modifier projectile and heavy spread. To, I suppose, kind of encompass the randomness of that. I quite like that. I like the anvil mod. I think it's just a cool mod. That would be something I wouldn't be super... If I played Noita'd with that mod enabled for the first time, I wouldn't bat an eye to it. I wouldn't think, oh, that's a bit weird or out of place. It just feels like it would be something they'd throw in the game. No, I would bat an eye to it. You know why? It's too kind. There's no side effect. It doesn't kill you. Occasionally, you could add a combination that angers the gods. On this particular run, the gods hate blood potions. If you pour a blood potion on the anvil, the gods are pissed. That seems way more on brand for Noita'd. Did we not see something up here? Oh, it's the roof. Let's go back down and get that one from we saw earlier. I think we could probably thread the needle with that. Right, where are you? You're below us. Oh, we got dynamite now, haven't we? Makes life a little bit easier. I love that the dynamite works underwater. Pretty horrible if it didn't. Ah! That could be potential for something good. I saw lightning on there, which scares me, but you know. Ah, mana charge speed 95, max mana 370. Eldritch Portal, Bubble Spark, Lightning Bolt, Double Acid Ball, Burst of Air. Shuffle, yes. Ooh. What would I swap that out for, if anything? Probably nothing. Ah, maybe this one. Let's shuffle no capacity 7. I think this wand has potential. The wand itself, not what's in the wand. I love the spellcrafting potential from this. So here's the plan, then. Get out of here. Let's go back to Holy Mountain, because we teleport bolted out, didn't we? Let's just hope I can find the way back to where we were. Alright. We have to kind of avoid... Bollocks! I landed in the wrong area. My bad. Yeah, you've got to get it at a very particular angle. I feel like getting in is harder than getting out. So let's see if we can float right. I don't really know where the spot is quite yet, but that's something for the future. Well, for next floor, basically. Alright, not a big deal, I suppose. Just miss out on some potentially good spellcrafting stuff. Right, where's my dynamite wand? Somewhere over here, right? Let's clear out some of these boys. Especially if we end up backtracking. I'd rather not. Well, not get on their bad side. Where do I leave my wand? Ah, here it is. Sir? Right, okay, so we'll put you back on 2. I would love to get Lightning Bolt working one day, because it's so good. I can't justify swapping this wand out, and I love Teleport Bolt, and I can't get rid of the Dynamite wand. We lose so much exploring potential. We can mine through on this floor with this. I'll do it for the spellcrafting, because right now our spellcrafting is pretty low tier. We've got Triplicate Bolt into a drill to speed it up slightly. People were saying kick these. It's a monster. We've seen these before. Are they not on one of the later floors? I think somebody said that if you kit like a certain amount of them, they do a thing. Stop playing Smash Bros. Please. There's one character left for Smash Ultimate, and if they put in Master Hand, I think people would lose their minds. But I also don't think they will. I don't know how you make Master Hand work. And again, they said the same bloody thing about characters like Ridley, and Ridley's in. Is this gonna work? Yeah, it does. We can just about out-gravity it. There we go. There were so many rumors about... I don't know what it was. Like, that's something that's definitely going to be lost to time now. Like, video game rumors. You know how, like, Mew was under the truck? That's one of the first ones I remember. I remember some guy telling me in Ruby and Sapphire that you could take the rocket up to the moon. And get Deoxys. Or something like that. A lot of Pokemon rumors. Missing No. Everyone was like, no, Missing No is fake. And then somebody actually did it. I vividly remember that in school. Everybody was gathered round. Some kids were like really freaked out. They were really scared. It was like this weird... Especially because it plays just like a random cry as well. And all the cries back in those days were fucked. Ah. 66 damage? That was bizarre. What was that? It's like a ambrosia. I wonder what happens if you put an ambrosia potion on a wand. I'm getting into anvil crafting. Now that I know that the anvil effects, I thought it would just be kind of random. Depending on what potion you put in, you might get like 5 random effects. Maybe it is. But nah, my ambrosia potion. Okay. We gotta eat something. Get rid of this. Fuck off. Give me that. There we go. 100% full. Not sure about that one, Chief. Okay, well, I suppose we go this way now. Pretty much cover the entire right-hand side, I think. More or less. There's something under there? No. Just a waste of time. It's like Smash Bros. There were so many characters, hidden characters, that people were convinced were in there. And you'd have to do, like, such ludicrous, outlandish things that no one could possibly ever test it. You have to beat Classic Mode 100 times with every character. And then you get... So many potential characters for that. Sonic. Sonic was the classic one. They didn't even look Sonic the Hedgehog. Until that was obviously before they added Sonic and Brawl. Oh, God, be careful. Worm. Ah, you were too busy paying attention to the worm when you should have paid attention to Noita'd Wizard, the true murderer. You can't do that anymore. You know, tell someone, hey, if you complete Classic Mode 100 times, you unlock Miyamoto as the hidden fighter. Just pull out a fucking phone and Google it. There's no mystery. There's no mystery in life. That's why I refuse to look shit up about games. Maybe that's a very 90s mindset. I'm not sure. Oh. There's a lot more worms recently. There's another anvil? What the fuck? I thought there were only supposed to be one on the floor. Unless this is the Fungal Caverns anvil and it spawned in here. Maybe. Alright. Should we double down on this wand? I like that idea. Let's also hit this one with an ambrosia potion. Maybe we'll give it a noise cast effect. Drink my potion. I can't take the ambrosia potion? Why? Please. Just drink the... Maybe we can add a bit of water in it. Ah. We could always combine wands. Should we just throw that one in as well? Shits and giggles. There you go. What the fuck is even that? Shuffle, no. Spells cast 1. 0.20, 0.37, 441, 171? Whoa. What? I didn't even recognize that. Intense concentrated light. That sounds awesome. It's also got back and forth inflammation behind your back, so I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be testing that until we've had a time to piss around with that. To say that we've had a pretty terrible one this run, hasn't been that terrible a run. We've picked up a lot more health upgrades than we did when we played yesterday, of course, but I think that's because we've been fighting things a bit more, being a bit more cautious about fighting things a bit more. Slow Noita works. You know what doesn't work? Staying awake for 28 hours, then trying to play Noita. That's you can have that one for free. YouTube tips to success. There were 2 of them? Well, that doesn't seem fair. Where do they go? Are they in here? Can we even hit them? Can they even hit us? I feel like the poor boys are going to drown. What the hell was even that? Ow! The ceiling just caved in. Well, that's very bizarre. I feel like they can't hit us. I'm kind of surprised they haven't drowned yet. Oh, fuck. Get away. Okay, let's come out to this side again. So weird. There we go. Is this filling up more and more? I mean, if they bleed, we can kill it. Alright. 3,000 gold. 65 health. A couple of pretty alright perks. A very interesting wand in our backpack. Berserkian potion on the anvil. Ah. Everything I pick up now, I'm just thinking anvil time. You gotta test it, right? My god, the all-seeing eye actually might be the best thing we've picked up. I'm actually glad I took it. I took it as kind of an offer into the game, like I said, because we're using kind of a couple of glowy mods, but I'm glad we took it. In hindsight, it was probably the best choice there. Okay, so we've hit the other end of this level. You can fuck off. No, there are not 2 places you can go out from this floor. There's a kind of wizard's lab, which is here, which can fuck itself, or whatever it's called. And then there's also the, I guess at the very top then will be the, careful, will also be the, yeah, jungle? What's it called? You know what I'm talking about. The thing I talked about earlier. We can have a look up here. Oh, you what caused the... Oh, shit. There's so many turrets, though. Ah. You know, I'm going to leave. I feel like we missed out on quite a lot on that floor. I feel like there was a lot of things left untouched. Is that Circle of Healing? Circle of Vigor. Is that... That does what I think it does, though. Ooh. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's look over here first. If we get explosion resistance, we've got lightning and explosion. Trick Greed. Projectile repulsion sector. Enemy radar. Reroll. Give me explosion resistance. Iron stomach. Levitation trail, gas blood. I don't think any of those are good. An extra life. Faster movement. Projectile repulsion field. I think in this case we take the extra life. Okay. What have we got with this wand? What the hell is going on here? We've got a trigger spell on offer. Gunpowder arc. Into lightning bolt explosion. We don't have lightning bolt anymore. Okay, it must have rerolled with the one then. I've got to find out what this thing is. Oh? Okay. Don't think I was expecting that. Oh, that's formation behind your back, right. Let's remove that from the wand before we do anything with that again. Up to the worm crystal. Okay. Right, let's throw these. I don't think we need regular spark bolt. But I don't think we need half of this crap that we've got right now. Let's put you there. Triple spell. Formation behind your back. We've got a second one. I don't really need that. Now let's put this up here. Gunpowder arc. What are you? Bring a teleport bolt. No. Not ever. Oh! Wow. That's interesting. Very slow cast, but... Oh, so you can't just spam it then. Unless... Let's try to cast another spell after the timer runs out. Right, so the timer hadn't run out before I cast the next one. I mean, we can certainly fire it bloody fast. Not like consistently fast, but very fast. Regenerative wand is so nice. Let's got to be something we can do with this, though, eh? I think the mana is going to be the problem here, more than anything else. What if we do that, and then that, and wrap it? We can, okay, so it does wrap, and it fires very fast, so fast it burns out our mana, but we don't get the... We don't get the side effects of that. We might as well take off triple spell then, eh? Do I like that? I mean, it looks visually impressive. Does it hurt us? I mean, it's quite difficult to hurt yourself with it. I don't think it does hurt us. Oh, that could be really good then, eh? What else have we got here? Matter Eater. Can we modify that with Matter Eater? Okay. What other modifiers have we got? Bounce? Oh. Huh. Well, that's good. I like that. Okay. If only we could do... if only there was a way to put an explosion on the end of those. That'd be quite nice, eh? Double spark bolt with... spark bolt with double trigger. We could go... That triggers that, which triggers that. Would that trigger that, or would that be triggered by the second trigger? It's very visually impressive. We get the benefit of the immediate explosion hit. Plus the ridiculous laser follow-up. Do I like that? I think Matter Eater could be a laugh. What is this one, too? Piercing shot. That could be a laugh as well. Alright. Well, fuck it. Why not? What would we put that on? So let's move this down. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know enough about... that's 10 shots. Okay, so we won't use that one then. Now that laser, the bouncing laser in the next floor, the adhesive base, is going to be vile. Like really, really powerful because it's a lot of tight closed-in rooms. Glad it doesn't damage us, otherwise this could have been over fast. We could always buy Plasma Beam Cross and use that in combo with Explosion. Double Spark Bolt trigger into Explosion, Plasma Beam Cross. Could be devastating as well. Let's test that as an alternative. So, duck you out. We could keep that one on, that's fine. Careful. No, that's suicidal, Noita Wizard. Don't do that. That's a bad Noita. We don't do that here. Would I prefer to just straight up fire the big laser beam, though? Would it be better than all of this? Just do, like, Spark Bolt trigger into that. Shit, I mean, how does it just work by itself in a vacuum? See, the cast delay is terrible on it. So why don't we just go... Forget about the Spark Bolt. Might be a bit unnecessary. We just do that, into, what do you think? Piercing, bounce? Where's bounce? What hit us there? Something hit us there, and I'm not sure I know... Whoa. We can take damage from it. Maybe it's the piercing shot, then. I mean, if it can damage us, that's not what I'm interested in. See, now it stopped. Okay, so I think piercing damages us, is all I can tell from that. I'm not too worried about the fact that we're losing health here experimenting. I would rather experiment when we've got a chance to, rather than get ourselves, you know, horribly murdered. So let's get rid of that. Let's put teleport bot on there. Then let's put you there. Healing circle on you. You know, I think I preferred it the way it was before, bizarrely enough, where we went double spark bolt trigger, luminous drill with that into there, then into explosion. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably what we've got. We'll leave it there today anyway, so if you've got any better suggestions, hit me with that. I think this could be quite powerful, though. Well, we instantly annihilate the dummy, which is very, very annoying. I mean, it seems quite good. Unless the one spawns in a weird place, at which point it doesn't work at all. Interesting. Okay, let me know what you think, and we will continue on with this tomorrow.